So Accountability Lab Nigeria and the Data and Digital Rights Coalition launched 4 groundbreaking policy briefs addressing Nigeria's crucial data and digital rights issues. The brief provides insights into protecting access to information in Nigeria, enhancing accountability in surveillance practices, implementing data protection measures to safeguard against surveillance abuse in Nigeria, and strengthening data protection. The key highlights of the 4 policy briefs. The first is combating online censorship. That's the first of the brief. The brief underscores the urgent need to combat online censorship and protect access to information in Nigeria. It emphasizes the importance of upholding democratic principles, human rights, and free expression in digital age, urging Nigeria to take proactive steps to preserve these fundamental values. The second brief, enhancing accountability in surveillance practices. It highlights the importance of prioritizing citizens' privacy and rights while pursuing national security objectives through surveillance practices. It calls for robust judicial and public oversight mechanisms to ensure transparency and accountability in using surveillance technologies. The third brief, strengthening data protection. It examines the existing data protection regime both in Nigeria and globally and suggests ways to improve data protection efforts in Nigeria. It considers Nigeria's principal data protection laws generally applicable across all sectors, including the public and the private institutions. The fourth brief, towards the implementation of data protection measures to safeguard against surveillance abuse in Nigeria. This brief considers how implementing data protection laws in Nigeria can safeguard against surveillance abuse in Nigeria. It establishes evidence of the use of mass surveillance tools in Nigeria by providing a breakdown of surveillance expenditures of some key security institutions in the last decade. These policy briefs are critical to taking control of our data while shaping Nigeria's safe and inclusive digital future and commemorating the Data Privacy Week, a global effort to empower citizens and businesses to respect privacy, safeguard data, and enable trust. We also want to highlight the Security Playbook Digital Authoritarianism by Spaces for Change at the Action Group for Free Civic Spaces, which is particularly worthy to note. It is a report that examines the misuse of security infrastructure to suppress civic actors and restrict civic space in Nigeria. The report highlights surveillance capabilities by misusing counter-terrorism laws, tools, and security rhetoric. It identifies the tactics employed, such as legal restrictions, surveillance technologies, social media bans, raises concern about the erosion of civil liberties. The recommendation in the third part of the Security Playbook Series report offers CSOs the levers to push back against the misuse of security paradigms to restrict civic spaces and protect citizens' rights to freedom of expression. This can also help security agencies improve and uphold their human rights commitments. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we just have our deputy director